The Pentagon Papers was a critical study in process of the history of the United States involvement in the Vietnam War, but even before there was a war, starting at the end of World War II, where Truman was helping the French, with their elections to. I think they made a deal during the war that the French would be able to stay in Southeast Asia, stay in Vietnam. And Truman helped him to do that with a $10 million investment in the French, in their interest in Southeast Asia. And I think it was a little bit of diplomatic, I'll rub your back if you rub mine, but there's something did happen that's in the Pentagon Papers between Truman and France. Study was a secret study. McNamara, initiated a secret study of our involvement in Vietnam, dating back to Harry Truman, through the Truman administration, the Eisenhower administration, and then the Kennedy administration, right through the Johnson administration, and then where our film begins, what Nixon knew and how he was involved. And this was all part of the study. And it showed that we were really fighting an illegal war, and an unwinnable war, a war that the study kind of stated was unwinnable. And yet we fought on 5, 6 more years after it was discovered that this was a war that we really didn't have the kind of resolve to win. Katharine Graham was the publisher at this time of the Washington Post. But there were people at the Post, and there were people in the industry, in the publishing business, that thought that she was a de facto publisher. This movie deals with that. This deals with Katharine Graham's reluctance to make big commitments to big decisions. This story is as much about leadership and about the birth of a leader as it is about the birth of a national paper, once a local paper called the Washington Post. Probably the biggest decision Katharine Graham was presented to make, and a decision that she very easily may have decided to defer, or simply, decide not to jeopardize the IPO and jeopardize all the livelihoods of all the employees at the Washington Post. It could have all been let go had this gone in another direction. So this was a critical time in her life.